Yo,
what's poppin'?
What's good? We back again with another episode of
Brooklyn Boyz
Radio.
What's good, Mo? You good?
Yeah.
You too far for me to give you a pound a day.
What up? What it do?
I'm good, man. How you been?
This episode of Brooklyn Boyz is brought to you by Quick Clean Sneaker Wipes.
Get your sneaker wipes, niggas.
Get your sneaker wipes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good though, man. Just here. Oh, October 3rd. Oh, wait, let me shut my mouth.
I'm about to say,
fuck?
how the fuck?
Yeah, well, I'm bugging.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I'm tripping.
Wait a minute, you just told me I can't.
Yeah.
Cool,
I'm bugging.
You know something happened on October 3rd. You see it on Instagram the next day.
Y'all find out about it October 4th.
I was looking at you like, what?
Yeah, like I'm tripping.
Yeah.
But yeah. You know, everything, man. Just working on things, writing.
Every morning I call
building.
you at the desk writing something.
Yeah.
I see you working.
I got all this stuff that got to be done, man. So God is great. Great is God. Once again, trying to work on my internal dialogue. You know what I mean? Because the mind will try to talk you out of everything, make you second guess everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just preaching pure positivity to myself.
I'm working on some shit now, and that should be having me in my mind, my thoughts. And I'll be like, yo, God got me. Come on, Tariq. You know, if y'all don't know my real name, I'll be like, come on, Tariq. Chill out.
Yeah.
Chill the fuck. I don't even call myself Styles. Come on, Tariq.
Like I told you, I was reading that book, The Game of Life and How You Play It. Mm-hmm. And it said that, because you know, all of that stems from fear. And it says fear is inverted faith. You know what I mean? So to believe in what's to come is good is the belief in good. And to believe that what's supposed to happen isn't going to happen is the belief in evil. So you don't want to believe in evil. You want to keep the faith. So you got to push away the fear. Fear and faith can't coexist. It's one or the other.
One of the other.
Mm-hmm. The presence of fear is the absence of faith, and the presence of faith is the absence of fear.
100%. Yeah, I had a good weekend this weekend, by the way, man. Much love to my neighborhood, East New York, man, because I had such a great fucking weekend. I want everybody.
East New York isn't your neighborhood.
Yeah, it is my neighborhood. That's where I grew up at.
No, but it's not your neighborhood.
I don't live there now, but
so it's not your neighborhood.
It's still my neighborhood. I grew up fucking 90% of my life there, I think. You know what I'm saying? 80%, 90% of my life. But I was in the hood this weekend, and shout out to the whole East New York, man. I really, really loving my hood. And don't go do nothing stupid next fucking week, y'all. Because this weekend, man, and you know, we used to give hell and flack to Star City, right?
Oh, but they wasn't really East.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But Star City did something so amazing. They said they had it last year. I'd never seen this shit a day in my life.
That's because they didn't want you there.
Yeah, probably so. I got a phone call on Friday. My man called me like, yo, shout out to him. He called me like, yo, Styles, why you not here? You need to be here, B. This shit is popping over here. I'm like, popping where? In the East, where? My Star City band Sickling. Yo, they got some concerts. I said, yo, I don't know what you're talking about. Nigga sent me the video. I saw all the video. I saw all the chicks. I said, all right, I'm coming outside. And I went there. They had this big stage. It's like the size like a Rolling Loud stage. Like, you know what I'm saying? And there had to be at least 3,000, 4,000 people out there.
It was Rolling Livonia.
Rolling Van Sickling. And I went out there the first night. Well, they had a night before that. I don't know what the first theme night was, but the second night was house music, but they was playing rap and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And there was so much grown folks, some younger cats too, but everybody was just dancing, bro. Vibing, having a good time. And I don't even think I saw one cop, right? And I'm like, yo, it can't be this many people in East New York and shit ain't happening, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, this shit cool. So the next day, my nigga called me. He was like, yo, R&B night. You know me, I love some R&B shit. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm gonna go back out there. Yo, vibe was everything. Me and Zaki went out there. Shout out to my daughter, Step Pops. We went out there 2 nights in a row. I went out there with Z and shit and him and them. And we had a good, son, I'm telling you, it was a good time with so many women out there. Delicious looking women too, you know what I'm saying? And everybody was on their best behavior. Niggas was losing wallets, credit cards. Yo, somebody lost their wallet, credit card. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy, bro. I even seen the real hooligans, the real gangsters there. one of my mans, you know, he official as shit. The nigga said, yo, this shit is a vibe, yo. I'm coming back here tomorrow. And my other man go, yeah, we gotta keep them hammers. And my man's like, we don't need no hammers for this shit. This shit, yo, he said I could get violent at any time. Like, I don't even feel like I need to be violent.
Yeah, you could feel the energy.
So I love that. And niggas was just peace. But then Sunday came. I didn't go to their Sunday event. Shout out to Earn Clothing and Sneaker Store on Stanley Avenue.
525 Stanley Avenue.
Shout out to Earn. Shout out to Webb. Shout out to Suave. Shout out to everybody at Earn. Cause Earn did a barbecue.
It was a bashment party.
And I went to Earn. This is the crazy shit. So I went there to go check out Earn. I got into the front of Earn. There was like 6 people outside. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, this shit ain't live. Even my brother drove past. He's like, yo, I went over there. I ain't see nobody out there. Call me when that shit popping.
Yeah, then we got to the back and it was like.
I went to the back. I'm like, niggas like, yo, people in the back. I didn't really pay attention when you got there. And I was like, all right, let's go to the back. Niggas got jerk chicken, all kind of food and shit. Hookahs.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it was like that that bashment party in Belly when they was in Jamaica. When they was telling when Ox was telling Tommy about Duty had to kill. It was like that.
That, yeah. So the vibe was right. So it was me, you, Bills, B.O., Pav came out, saw Guns, I saw Diddy Bop. It was a bunch of like this hood niggas outside, right? So we chilling and shit. And you know, me and you went to go get some food. We sat outside from the front. We played the front for a while. And then I went back to the back. Why did I go back to the back? So by the time I got back, there was triple the people that we saw from earlier.
Crazy.
And then we went back there. I was like, yo, this shit is really a movie back here. And once again, now this crowd was a little younger than what I saw the last 2 Pride days. You know, you got from 20 to probably 40s in there. There's a lot of 20-year-olds in there, right? And it was all peace and love. It's like 300-400 people back there. Maybe about 300-500 people back there, maybe?
It was that much? God damn.
Yeah, it's about 500 people back there. Or more. Could have been a little bit more than that. Around that number. And everybody was chilling. And I was waiting. I'm like, yo. But I looked in the crowd, and you could tell it wasn't even that type of energy, that type of vibe.
Yeah, I mean, you could always feel the tension, though.
Yeah, it was none of that, man. And the women were popping, like the women were sexy again. You had some sexy women. I was shocked. I was really shocked. We was in the middle of East New York. The other joint, I expected to be more pretty women there because it was like thousands of people there. This was a couple hundred, like 500 people. So I ain't really, you know what I mean? And people were dancing, having a good time. The Chris Brown song came on. Everybody started doing that shit like in a wave. I was like, yo, this shit crazy. And I had a terrific night. So, yo, man, East New York, big up yourself. You know what I mean? I'm glad. I hope we could do the rest of the year like that. It was a really good time. And shout out to last thing too, I want to shout out. Shout out to Woodstack, because in that same week, I was popping that week. They had a
that week. Oh, the karaoke?
Yeah, what's your son name again? Kev? Kareem. Nah, we call him something else, don't we? Reem. Yeah, Reem. I'm about to say Kareem. I didn't call him nigga. But shout out to Reem and Tiana. They had a karaoke night here. Mm-hmm. And that shit was amazing too.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I even sung. I sung some Donnell Jones in that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I did my thing, you know what I'm saying? I got over the stage fright and got right, you know what I'm saying? Bo was talking about my stage fright, but shout out to Woodstack, Sonny and everybody that came. It was really a nice event. They had nice food. Shout out to the chef. I don't remember the chef, but the food was nice. They had macaroni and cheese, dirty rice, 2 different chickens, like fried chickens, flavors and shit. They had a bunch of shit, man, but we had a good time. So all last week, East New York, man, I was shocked, man. I was shocked because when I was a kid growing up, oh man, 3 niggas would have been shot. Somebody would be critical. Somebody got hit.
It's a different day and time, man. Thank the Lord, you know?
Yeah, so it was a good time, man. Shout out to the East. And I had an eventful, from Thursday on to Sunday, I had an eventful time. It was good, man. So shout out to everybody, man. But what else is good?
Thank God for good times.
Good times, good times. Well, we're going to get into the show a little bit. I got a couple of things I want to get to. I don't even know what I want to get to first. Well, I watched, you know, I like these interviews. Like, I saw the Shannon Sharp interview with Tony Yayo. I think we kind of touched on that last week. Mm-hmm. I see what Shannon doing. He's trying to get to the hood niggas again. Because then he brought out Bleak. And I thought Bleak and Tony Yayo, even though they look like, some people would say that's 50 Little Man or J Little Man, they give you a lot of insight on them two brothers, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And not only that, they talk from a dope place just about themselves. Yeah. You know what I mean? Especially the Bleak interview. I felt like, I always like Bleak, but I feel like he, as an adult, like more, like he talked with so much wisdom, right? Yeah. Talk with a lot of wisdom, like
Bleak is matured a lot.
Matured,
a
like
lot, and
his conversation is like
he has a lot of understanding.
Standing with shit, I love it, and he just don't. Bleak sound like he sat with a publicist forever.
I was just about to say
because he answered questions so well.
He responds to questions like he really thinks out his answers.
Yeah, his responses is everything. So I watched the interview. He made a point, a comment. He just talked about a lot of things, but this kind of stuck out to me. He's like, yo. Don't chase women, chase money, right? Mm-hmm. Because women chase money.
Women chase the men with money.
The money, mm-hmm. right? Basically. Mm-hmm. And that shit kind of stuck out to me, right? And, a lot of times, fellas, man, if you go after your bag, if you go after your career and you become, I don't give a fuck if you're a painter. I don't give a fuck if you're sanitation. I don't give a fuck if you're a lawyer, a doctor. And you go after what you're trying to go after and you become successful in that area, all the ladies gonna come to you. They gonna want you. Because most women, they love a man that got some type of career going on, some type of finances. They feel like they can provide and protect them and all that shit. So I totally agree with Bleak about don't chase the woman, chase your bag. And everything else will fall into place for you.
I mean, there's this age-old saying, you'll lose a lot of money chasing women, but you'll never lose women chasing money. And I mean, the truth is, you focus on yourself and you focus on your paper and you focus on getting your life right. Because even when you do get her, she may cheat on you later, but at least if she cheats on you later and you're not married, you can walk away and still be straight. But yeah, man, focus on your bag, man. Focus on your career, whatever it is that you're trying to build. Focus on your dreams. It's okay to have a lady as a part of your life. She just can't be the reason that your world spins, Your dreams have to be that.
Yeah, and he made this other comment too I want to address, man. And in that same segment of the conversation, he was like, yo, he said, I don't be getting it, basically. He was like, dudes, they getting the money now. And he said, I see the young guys getting the money, and they get the money and they want to be gangsters. And he was like, I can't understand, like, why do you chase the money just to become more tough or more gangster? And yo, I gotta tell y'all something, man, especially y'all young cats, man. Get your money, man. We fight all day to get out of our circumstances. Why the fuck would you want to go 10 steps backwards to go back to your circumstances which you once came from? When you get the money, it doesn't mean you get overly cocky, overly zealous, and feel like you on this high where you feel like, and it's also tags into, I saw the Marlon Wayans interview, and he was talking about, just to put this all together, he was talking about sometimes you get so big, you feel like you become God.
Yeah, it's an invincibility complex.
And he said Will Smith felt like that. You know what I mean? He said, I knew Will Smith had a problem when he didn't come out and say, I give God the credit. And then the thing happened with him and with
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. And he said the first thing Will did was like, yo, I'm trying to find God. He found his way back. And that complex that you get when you think like you're a God complex because you're getting money now or you want this invincible power, yo, all you got to do is chill, bro. You don't need to do all that. You don't need to go feel like you're a super duper gangster. You don't need to put a bag on somebody's head. You don't need to do none of that. All y'all niggas need to continue to make money, invest your shit wisely, make a legacy for your family, for your kids. That's what the Bible talk about, making a legacy for your kids. You know what I mean? And always give God the credit. Always go back, because it ain't just you. Yeah, your hard work put it in, but God gave you the ability to do it. So always give him the credit first. You know what I'm saying? So, I love that Marlon Wayans interview too, but the Bleak interview, man, I really, it was some gems in there. I hope y'all kids was listening to it. You know what I mean? Even y'all adults. The last thing I'm gonna say and give you the floor, I told my man this weekend, like my man, like one of my dudes, I ain't gonna say his name, like an OG to me, like, you know what I'm saying? And we out this weekend, he like, yo, we good out here. I got 9 people and 4 guns out here, we good. And I'm like, yo, my nigga, we don't need none of that. Like, for what? Like, and I had to call him next day, because you a little inebriated, you know what I'm saying? And I said, look, man, I don't want to chastise you. I know I'm the little bro, but you the big bro, but it's all good. I said, we too big to be talking about guns and shit like that. We too big to be. If you feel like you need a gun to go someplace, stay your ass home, bro. Have a good time. Have a good time. I'm not saying that you don't need to protect yourself and all that other shit, but if you come in with the mentality like, yeah, I'm looking for trouble, and you that's not playing defense, then yeah, stay the fuck home, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and even during that interview, I think Bleak kind of spoke on it when he said, dudes, you know, wait to become millionaires to get in the gang culture. And at one point he corrected himself. He said, because they're not living the life, they're portraying it, right? And I think that plays a big part. And in no way am I saying that there isn't any entertainer who, you know, was kind of in the streets, then made it and still wanted to be that. But most of the dudes that are knee deep in the streets, that know about the pitfalls, that know about the headaches, man, when they start getting that bread, they don't really want to be around that BS. You understand what I'm saying? So I may be wrong, but I think a lot of times it's dudes who were looking at the streets from the bleachers or from the sidewalk, and then now they make it, and they finally have the money to be able to afford the costume that they always wanted to wear, because it's a level of respect that they never received. You understand? So now they want to surround themselves with the shooters. Now they want to surround themselves with the gangsters. Now, you know, they're just hypersensitive to anything anyone says, and they want to get something done to you because they're chasing this level of respect that they were never able to get as an ordinary person. You know? And I get it to a degree, because at the end of the day, I mean, respect is a drug, man. And unless you pretty much got respect all your life, you can get high off of respect. You can get high off of people fearing you. You can get high off of that. Like I've seen people get caught up in that matrix before, and that road doesn't lead to anything good, man. I've seen people chase that reputation, and it's exhausting, bro. Because I'll tell you this: you do something wild today to have your name ringing, and your name's only going to ring off of that incident for so long. Then you got to do something else to keep your name ringing, and then something else after that, and something else after that, and then you just end up on this endless hamster wheel of doing dumb shit, bro. And it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, because one thing I know is you cannot cash in your rep at the bank when you're 40 and broke, bro.
And that being said, we're going to move into our next topic. I like that last.
Yeah, we want to kind of drag the topics up here. We ain't got many.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
We good.
Thank you.
We good. So, part of my coughing, I cough because of allergies, and I don't be taking my pills. I don't really sneeze, so I always cough. So when y'all be hearing me coughing, it's because of my allergies. And I don't know how to fix that shit, but taking the pills, I don't like taking the pills. So I'd rather just cough. So, y'all gotta excuse me. I saw this bugged out thing on Instagram, man. At least I think it was bugged out. It was a mother and daughter who was going viral for being pregnant by the same guy. A white lady and her daughter, and with a black dude.
guy.
I felt good for the black guy, baby. I don't know, you know what I mean? But I still thought it was, I don't know if I could knock off a girl moms. You know what I mean? Maybe if it was what's her name?
Oh.
She got the pretty daughter. Is she pretty? What's her name? Bernice
Burgos?
Yeah, maybe it's Bernice, baby. I could think like that, baby. But I couldn't see me going to the chick crib like, yeah, I'm knocking her moms off too. And if I knock the moms off, I ain't getting the mother pregnant. But they all look like one big happy family, but this shit crazy. So the mother's going to be a grandmother?
The mother's going to be the grandmother to his daughter. And
so
his other baby mother's going to be a sister to his other daughter, and his daughter is going to be the aunt to his other daughter.
That's crazy. I don't know.
But then
They look like they was happy though.
yeah, but listen to all of that, right? And this is why I say parents make mistakes and children pay for it for the rest of their lives. Because that level of confusion, bro, I don't care how good y'all raised them kids. That's gonna cause trauma, man.
Shit,
It's confusing.
The amount of teasing that's gonna happen.
Yeah, like, bro, that's crazy. You know, and
Your mother fucked your boyfriend. Your mother fucked your your grandmother. What? Your father fucked your grandmother. Like, it's just crazy. I don't even know, like, that's crazy. Cause they're gonna be in the same class, cause they both pregnant at the same time. So these kids essentially gonna be in the same classroom and everything.
and while we're on this
And they
subject,
sisters. Wait a minute. So the two kids are sisters.
they're sisters, but they're also niece and aunt.
You're an auntie sister aunt. I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. Like, that shit crazy. I don't know. But go ahead. You say.
But I was just saying, while we on this subject, you know, although I genuinely have a fondness for her, for Cardi B, I just really wanted to bring up that situation with her being pregnant with Stefon Diggs' baby. And at the end of the day,
Yeah, I was gonna get into that. But
I truly don't have any judgments, right? But I think that because I'm fond of Cardi B, and I think she's an authentic person. Right?
I love Cardi B.
I just
She's one of my favorites.
And
like,
I know these days, by society standards, as long as you have money, you can do no wrong. As long as you can afford to deal with the consequences of your problem, you can do no wrong. But, you know, it goes back to what I just said as far as that last situation. Parents make mistakes and children pay for it for the rest of their lives. You know, I just don't know if that's a good example that's being set. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Cardi B's not a role model. Okay, forget her fans and her audience. How about the example that's being set for her kids?
listen, I love Cardi B music. I love Cardi B as an artist. I love to hear Cardi B just speak.
Yeah, and I love her backstory.
And I love Cardi B. I think, like you said, I think she's genuine in what she say. Like, that's just who she is authentically. She ain't trying to be nothing else. But I do feel like this situation a little crazy. And then, you know, on the internet, I saw that, you know, he has 2 other kids.
Yeah,
right?
In the last, I think, 3 months.
Last
that
3
were
months
just
or
born.
so. And then she did come out and was like, so what? We just got the same baby daddy.
Yeah.
So kind of confirming that. And I thought that was bugged out. And ladies, I just want to ask y'all a question. Because I saw some ladies in the comments like, yeah, she doing what she got to do. But you left one quote-unquote cheater for another one.
At least you were married to the other cheater.
Married the other cheater. So you didn't really upgrade. You kind of downgraded and then put your
And you
family through
downgraded
that.
yourself because now you're no longer, and not saying that being a wife makes a woman worth any more, but if we have to be honest, by society standards, a wife is respected more than a baby mama. You understand where I'm coming from? So in that effect, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, Cardi, you could did better on that one. You know what I mean? I don't mind her knocking the homeboy off.
no,
You know
that's
what
her
I'm saying?
business. If that's
her
what she
business.
wants to do.
I just think the pregnancy came too quick. And sometimes we rushing to find love. If you're going to find it with the next person. Since you was hurt so much, because she sounded like she was hurt.
Of
Find it
course.
with somebody that you feel like is going to last. And I'm not saying they're not going to last, but if homeboy
What are
just
the
had...
chances?
Yeah, if homeboy had all those babies in the last couple of
What are the
months,
chances?
I'm like, yo, come on, boy. You can do
I mean, what are the chances? And I think, you know, that's what we have to stop doing also, is like we have to stop seeing what we want to see, you know? And once again, like, no judgments on Cardi, man. Like, everybody's just going through life trying to do the best that
Figure
they
out their
can.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Under the circumstances that they're dealt, you know? So, you know, I wish her the best and all of that, but that's just...
I saw this wild, crazy thing. They were saying that if she's still married,
Oh, yeah. If she's still
kids-
married,
the
then
kid
Offset is responsible. Like, she could make Offset pay child support.
pay child support, he's still the father of the kid.
Because they're still married.
Not biologically, but by law,
He is,
he'd be,
he's responsible for the child.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think she would do that, but, you know, I mean, that'd look crazy. But, yeah, Cardi, man, like I said, I love Cardi B. I really do. Like, I love to hear her talk. I be watching her videos and like shit. But this last one kind of threw me off. It just threw me off from, like I said, the perspective of, if you want something better, why would you go? And not I understand Stefon Diggs, like Stefon Diggs, he's a football player. He's successful in that point. But merit-wise, I think it's a downgrade.
But you know what they also
You know what I'm
say?
saying?
Because
Like, and I'm not judging. Once again, I'm not even judging Stefon. But I'm the same for Cardi. Like, she should have just got a regular nigga at that point. Like, just get somebody that's gonna really be in love with you and be in tune with you, and somebody, because you said you want loyalty, you want all this.
I was
other
just
shit.
about to ask, but that's the question though, because, you know, like I see a lot of the ladies speaking in the comments, and a lot of them said, well, she got married, she tried the wife thing, she tried being the stay-at-home mother, taking care of the kids, and now she just want to have fun. Now that's my question to you. What if? But it kind of contradicts itself, because if you were just looking to have fun with this man, why have the baby?
Listen, I get it and I don't get it, right? So ladies will say this sometimes, but I even say it to men with certain shit. You know what I mean? You can't go, yeah, I was a loyal girlfriend. I see a girl say this literally. I was loyal. Now I just want to be the hoe.
The hoe, yeah.
Right?
My hoe phase.
I don't even understand.
I don't understand.
Why
Yo.
would you want to be the? That's like me.
Why would you want to be a hoe?
That's like me, you know, saying, yo, fuck it, I did everything right in my life. I just want to be the gangster killer. No, I'm not downgrade. Like, to me, I don't look to do that. Like, I'm not going backwards, my nigga.
But maybe y'all could answer this in the comments for me, ladies. What is the benefit in being a hoe?
Maybe some self-gratitude. Like, yeah, I feel free. But I feel like y'all get.
But is it freedom when it slowly? Because
yeah, because
ladies,
they get
y'all
emotionally.
y'all can say what y'all want, but we know that when y'all gotta face yourselves in the mirror, when y'all alone to yourselves, that shit eats away at you. It eats. You know, God did not design men and women the same way, right? At the end of the day, a man can sleep with God knows how many women and just walk away not even giving a damn. Like, but with y'all, like, it does emotionally take a toll on y'all.
Someone will challenge that though. Some women
No,
like they don't
that's
feel
true.
it.
But some women,
Yeah, but
some women are
like,
broken and disconnected.
Yeah, I feel like most women are get emotional when they dealing with somebody.
You got to remember, in life, we never dealing with absolutes. Nothing's going to be 100%. But if the majority...
Yeah, nah, I hear you. I don't know, like, that shit, I'm never going backwards because I'm mad at the world. Like, I can't be frustrated and go, yeah, you know, some fuck that I tried everything right. Now I'm going to rob and stick with niggas.
Now I'm going to go do wrong.
Yeah, I'm going to go do wrong. Like, that shit's not justifiable. And just because you say it with vigor in your voice and you say it with, you know, like, this is what I want to do. I want to be a hoe right now. And still don't make it right just because you believe in it.
It never sounds right to me when I hear somebody say that.
I heard a girl on the internet say that. She's like, yo, I did everything right. I'm just going to be a hoe. And I feel, but she said she felt better being a hoe. And I'm like, nah, not 10 years from now. Like, you feel better today.
Nah, looking back.
Yeah, looking back, yeah, like, nah, 5 niggas nutted in my face and 6 niggas nutted in my butt.
I will say this. Oh my God. And maybe this is a sign of the times, right? So I'm not gonna say his name, but one of my peoples met this young lady, and he was really interested in her. He's like, man,
I think you told me this
young
story.
lady is dope, blah blah blah, this and this. She about her shit, da da da, this. So he's out with a couple of our peoples the other day, and I guess he's feeling really hype about this young lady. So he tells, you know, one of our peoples, yo man, yeah, let me show you this thing that, you know, I'm about to mess with. So he pulls out the picture, and the homie's like, yo, we used to run trains on. Yo, he said his heart started.
But the hoes need love too. He can still love her. He can clean her up. The hoes need love too.
And this is what I mean, ladies.
Yo.
This is what I mean, ladies. Like, when you go through that whole phase, right? You don't know who you've done whole activities with may know the person that might have been your potential soulmate in the goddamn future. And y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can say, oh, this makes men insecure or this or that. No.
So let me ask you a question. Would you wife a hoe? Would you marry somebody that was very promiscuous?
What do you mean, knowingly? I mean, if I don't know, I don't know.
No, you know about it. Like, you know she was a hoe. You know, she was took down mad niggas. Would you wife her? Does that matter to you?
I mean, it does matter. It's
If
something.
I love somebody, I don't know if I would care.
It's something to It's definitely something to factor in.
But I would be mad if I hear people.
I mean, even if it's people you know.
No, I'm saying she fucked a couple of niggas out there
that you know
of. Like, that's how you know she was out there. Like, you probably don't know them directly. I'm pretty sure your homie didn't know the other 3 guys that she knocked off. She probably knew one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, if you know indirectly, like, yo, she knocked off this nigga, that nigga, that nigga, that nigga. She got 20 bodies on her. And you know 5 of the bodies, but you know she got 20 bodies.
And you know what's so funny, man?
I think love
as you get older, because there was a point in time, yo, bruh, if I found out, it was like off with your head.
Yeah, I think people do change. I think redemption is real, right? I think people do change and people come to their senses and be like, yo, just like a woman can go, I'm going to my whole face, she could be like, yo, I'm going to my marriage.
So question. People do change. Does that mean that your wholeness gets deleted? Or does it mean that the man in the future just forgives your wholeness?
Probably the man in the future forgives your wholeness.
Yeah, because your wholeness don't go nowhere because your wholeness is still out there. Them dudes are still out there. Yeah, and if they see you, they go up like, oh shit, that's Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, nah, you're right. But you know, it's like Superhead. Like you think niggas still
and I know Corinne.
You think people ain't gonna wife her still? Like people
people have.
People gonna wife it still. Like they gonna go for what they know. So you know what I mean? Like I think you could come back from it. Can it be hard? Yes. Can it be challenging?
What do you mean? Can it be hard? Pause.
We don't play pause over here, man. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? I'm from Brooklyn, nigga. That's an uptown thing. I don't play with that shit, bro.
Yo, shout out to Dame.
Dame Dash.
Shout out to Dame, man. Yo, y'all leave Dame Dash alone, man.
Oh, man.
For real. Dame Dash is a legend.
I think Dame Dash is legendary. But I do think at the same time, Dame be getting in his way with his own mouth. Dame need to sit with Bleak and answer questions like Bleak answer questions. He just too emotional in his shit.
But you know why? You know why I don't knock it?
Why is that?
Because he's always been like that.
Yeah, but just because you always been like that don't mean...
No, it doesn't mean
So you got to go to yourself, cool. It ain't working for you, right? And you keep seeing yourself more and shit, more outside the 8 ball, and people really not fucking with you. So at some point, you got to adjust your shit. I'm not saying that I like Dame for what he stands for and represent, especially at one point. I think Dame did a lot. But I also feel like at some point, you got to fine tune, bro. And Dame don't seem to have the fine tune button. As much as he's an OG, as much as I think he's dope, you got to fine tune it, bro. And you can't approach everything with the same type of energy. You just can't.
So let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question. Dame was at the top of the point in time, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of the people that are up there now were lower on the totem pole, right? Mm-hmm. And Dame was always Dame. Yeah. So Dame always addressed everybody the exact same way. Yeah. He's addressing them now. Mm-hmm. But because he was high on the totem pole, everybody pretty much, a lot of people took it, right? So if that's the case, then who's acting different? Who's acting funny? And don't get me wrong. And when I say this with I'm just playing devil's advocate. Mm-hmm. I take it with a grain of salt because you can't always address your little brother as your little brother because there's a day that comes when he grows into a man. You understand what I'm saying? And every man deserves respect and should be addressed with respect. So, you know, there's still a familiarity there, but not to the point of what it was when he was 8 years old and you were slapping him in the back of his head. You know, but I'm just saying, Dame is being Dame, and I think that there's just a level of ignoring that you do, man. Like,
I get it, but at some point, respect is respect.
I agree.
At some point, you have to mature. Wisdom sets in, and sometimes I feel like Dame has the wisdom, but he don't have the poise to display the wisdom. I think Dame's life could have been so much better. And I'm not, speaking on his life like that, but I am. I feel like he could have got out of the shit that he was in with even Jay or whoever the case may be. Not saying that he wanted to, but y'all could have been amicable if you address certain things a certain way. Even if you dress this, I'm not saying skate behind it. There's a difference. You know, I heard this thing today. You could be right and deliver something
And
the
wrong in
wrong
your
way,
delivery.
and the delivery is fucked up, and then make you seem like you're wrong. I don't think Dame is wrong a lot of times. I think his delivery is fucked up. And even in the interview he had with Charlamagne, I thought the interview was good. I thought Charlamagne was fucking with him a little bit too much, saying some shit.
It's like they brought him on there to beat up on him.
And Charlamagne, I don't know if I respect the fact that y'all don't do that to the white boys like that.
Yeah, Ben
you know
Shapiro, all of them.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I also blame Dame because he gave them something to fight at. Niggas can't do shit if you don't give them shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think he got his point across if his approach was different. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying he's not right. I think the approach is wrong. So, and like I said, I like Dame, man. You know, listen, I love everything Rockefeller at one point, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fuck with Dave, was Jay. I feel like those guys did something that a lot of niggas couldn't do. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I will forever be a spectator and a champion of what those guys build together and individually. So for me, when I was growing up, all those guys was my heroes. Like, to me, like, especially coming up in the music business, like, yo, that's how a team's supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? So when they even broke up, it fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? I always waiting for the comeback, like, these niggas will bring it back together like Voltron, because that'd be good just for the culture. Now, shit happened behind closed doors that me and you not privy to, but you know what I'm saying? I think we need to put more respect on Dame, because a lot of shit can happen without him, but at the same time, Dame got to put some respect on himself.
But I don't
on how he approach situations.
See, and that's my issue, man. Like, and that's another thing that Bleak spoke on, right? Everybody want credit, right? Mm-hmm. And I get it to a degree, but everybody wants to take claim. Oh, this wouldn't have happened without me. Oh, I'm the reason that happened. And you and I both know this. That shit destroys so many situations when it comes to our people, man.
I don't not mad. But, you know, and it's the problem I have, too, with people. People get mad at the nigga who want his respect or want his credit. Or the person that, even when you argue with your girl, if you say something, yo, I did this, that, and they get mad. Why you throwing it in my face? But somebody not acknowledging you,
of course,
also is disrespectful too.
But I don't.
And not acknowledging you or giving you gratitude, like, yo, you helped out. You was a part of this. Now, whether they want to compensate you or whatever, I think everybody, because when you talking about history, you don't want to get lost in the sauce. We see mad people. I was listening to some interviews the other day, and it was this person. I don't know who they was working. I feel like Michael Jackson, somebody, one of them big people. And it was, you never heard of this person in the day of your life. And if somebody didn't take the time to interview, I wouldn't even know this person even existed and put that much work into this project, and it was all solidified. But it's like, yo, people should get their flowers too. I understand that.
Yes, but we also know that there are certain positions that you kind of play the back, right? And I'll tell you this, like, even with me being a television writer, I could write a whole episode. I could write a whole season. The writers don't get no light. It's really the director. It's the producer.
Yeah, but you get that credit though. I watch your episodes come out, and that shit says Moses burned up.
You get that credit, and just like if we take it back to CDs, when you look in the credits, you see that person's name. Yeah. You understand, but there's really no light that shined on you. Like the way you'll see the directors being interviewed.
I get what you're saying.
What I'm saying is certain, and this is what I think it is. I think a lot of times people get upset at a person because of the fact that the public or the audience is recognizing them, right? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, in a situation where you're talking about an artist and you're talking about a CEO of a label or a president of a label, the artist is always going to get more light. As a matter of fact, that's what you want, but you can't blame the artist.
I'm not blaming the artist, but what I'm saying to you is credit is exactly what it says it is. It's capital. It's money.
Correct.
Right? So if you don't give a person the love or they flowers, you could essentially take food out of a nigga mouth.
Yeah, but you can't say Dame didn't get love.
No, I'm not saying that.
Like,
but if you get more of, yo, this guy's disgruntled, this guy's disrespectful, this guy's that, and not tell them about, nah, this guy really held it together. He really ran the day to day. Yo, nah, he really know how to run a company. He's an asshole, but he know how to run shit. Like, I think if you don't give people that, then people probably shun away from fucking with that person.
You know what I don't understand though? It seems to me like it's only when it's us. Because so many of the other shade at the top, the CEOs are the
assholes.
big, yo bro, and trust me, I worked in television and film. There are no bigger assholes than some of these executives.
Nah, listen, man, I've been in the music business a long time. I've seen executives. Leo Cohen is an asshole. You know what I'm saying?
But nobody.
Yeah, and people still gonna deal with
exactly.
Him. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody expects them to be any way other than how they are. So at the end of the day, when you're talking about a man who he's at the head of Rockefeller, who at a point in time was one of the biggest labels out here, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that anybody has the right to treat anyone like shit, but when the people of the other complexion do it, nobody expects anything different from them. And nobody faults them for it. You understand what I'm saying? But it's like if you're not being a good old boy and you're being too loud or you're not operating in a certain way, you have the gall to walk around like you have some type of confidence or if you have a little bit of arrogance, it's an issue. You know, that's all I'm saying. And I think it kind of speaks to exactly what you were saying. You know, not to knock Charlemagne or nothing, but bro, when all these other lighter complected people come on the show, speaking with confidence and passion.
He get at people, but I don't think he get them like he got at Dame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think so.
I mean, I also think...
And Charlemagne my man too, but I'm going to call it what it is.
But I also think that I'm not going to act like as if that's how they receive everyone. The Dame thing was just an exception for some. But I guess it's also because they have history with Dame. Because remember when Dame came on the show and he was telling them they employees and all. So they kind of had a vendetta.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I said, Dame sometimes do it to himself. See, a detriment to his own self. Real quick, so I saw this today. You know, listen, I don't agree with Trump most of the time. But there's times where I do agree with some of the shit that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday he came out, was talking about how Tylenol and vaccines are a part of autism, giving kids autism in this country because there's other communities that has no autism. Like the Amish communities in other countries.
And that's because they don't subject themselves to vaccines or any of that medicine.
Tylenol and shit like that. So, listen, I've been telling people for years. I used to work in a mentally handicapped adult center.
You lived there or you worked there?
I used to work there. Yeah. And, I used to see parents come there all the time.
You want to tell some of the stories?
Nah, shut up. Parents used to come there all the time, and they used to say, yo, they kids, it was different after they got the vaccines. And I have a cousin who's mentally challenged also. And if you ever talk to my uncle and he tells a story like of my cousin, he'll tell you how it was night and day. And unfortunately, he was like, yo, he was fine. They went to get the vaccines one day. And you know how it's mandatory. Like I think they went to put him in daycare or some shit like that. So they had to have the vaccines and he needed a signature. And he went to get vaccinated. And then he had to go back to get another vaccine, and then he told the doctor, yo, he had this vaccine already. Him and the doctor argued and said, yo, he didn't have the vaccine. Doctor's like, yo, I didn't give him this. He's like, you gave him this yesterday.
So they doubled the dose.
So they doubled it because they had to put him in school or whatever the case may be. And he was like, yo, he regrets that to this day. He said, when my cousin came home, he's never been the same since. Like he was vibrant, talking, moving around, walking, all this shit, doing everything he just kind of just stopped doing everything, just not looking at you anymore.
Yeah, he went manic.
So for me, by working in where I work, even hearing stories from my uncle directly about my cousin, I always felt like the vaccines had something to do with autism because I tell you, people used to go up there and argue about vaccinations at that place. So, and for us to sit so long and not do anything about it in this country, to have the data and not even look into it and see, like, you got a community in America, that the Amish people, why they not having autism, and autism has grown. I think it was like every like one.
It was like
in
one in 1,000.
Now
it's like one in 100.
30 or something. No, it was like less than that. Every like 1 in 34, some shit like that.
Crazy.
Kids are being diagnosed with autism, and nobody's going, yo, what the fuck did we do different from this time to this time, and not putting those two things together, like, you know what I mean? So, big up to, I guess, to the Trump administration for even taking, they got what's the guy named Kennedy?
RFK.
RFK, he coming there trying to make some changes with food and different things that we put in our body, because America is suffering from a health crisis here. Mm-hmm. Whether it's the food, the pesticides they put in the food, whether it's the motherfucking
everything is chemicals in America,
bro. What's it called? The FDA. It's just a lot of things going on here. Now, Trump is doing some other bullshit, but you know what I'm saying? We'll talk about the Trump other bullshit next week, but this week I'm going to give him I still got to get on Trump. Hold up, time out. Damn, I was going to let you rock Trump, but I still got to get on you. Because last week, at the same time, we didn't get a chance to speak. I think right after we left here, Jimmy Kimmel, right after we talking about Charlie Kirk, Jimmy Kimmel went on there and kind of made a joke. It was a joke, but it wasn't really nothing crazy. He
was funny.
He was poking at Trump.
Yeah, saying that
he's really concerned.
He's mourning.
He's building like something outside the White House. It was nothing crazy. I didn't feel like he said nothing disrespectful.
He's at the third stage of mourning. Destruction.
Like at Charlie Kirk, and then the CDC is CDC, right? No, not CDC.
No, not the CDC. And is it NBC?
No, not. What is it called? What's this called? The broadcasting.
Oh, you're talking about the FCC.
FCC came out as CDC. Crazy. The FCC, I think president came out and was basically told ABC, like, look, we're not going to give you this money that you're supposed to get if y'all motherfuckers don't basically fire
Pull
Jimmy
the show.
Kimmel. Yeah, pull the show. But she was...
Indefinitely.
Yeah, he was aligned with Trump. You know what I'm saying? At the same time.
That family, yeah.
Yeah, and our freedom of speech was kind of being poked at. Like, that shit is dangerous, bro. Like, I just thought that shit is dangerous, bro. Like, you could stop a fucking company. And a couple of things happen in this. One, I have to tell you, Jimmy Kimmel is coming back on air.
Yeah, because mad people pulled their Hulu and Disney subscription.
They lost $4 billion. I even stopped watching my Hulu shit.
I haven't watched it since.
I haven't watched nothing. ESPN, Disney Channel. I stopped watching all that shit because, one, and I'm mad at Stephen A. Steve, man, I like your show, but a lot of times you come off mad coonish, bro. And I'm going to be honest with you. That shit that you say, you didn't see the joke and all that shit, like, I just stopped watching First Take for a minute. I love First Take, but too many times you disappoint me with shit. And the fucked up part about Steven is shit that you don't even gotta say. You don't even gotta voice your opinion on some shit.
You don't even gotta touch the topic, bro.
You don't even gotta touch it. And it's like you come out there because you wanna kowtow to the bosses. And I get it. That's sometimes I listen to Stephen A. He talk about his mama raising him, and no disrespect to his mother whatsoever. But his mother, always, it sounded like always told him to capitulate to the boss, do your job, and do the job at your best. But sometimes you don't got a brown nose neither, my nigga. Like, you don't got to do that type of shit, bro. Like, and I don't care. I see you trying to talk about politics. I'm cool with you talking about politics. But some shit you just got to stay clean the fuck out of, bro. Like, that shit, you just upset me with some of the shit. Because you brown nose into ABC and because they own, Disney Channel, Disney Network. They own ESPN. And you doing it for your bosses. But guess what? Your bosses had to put Jimmy back on the fucking air, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Because they lost mad money. Don't lose your audience, Stephen A., because you want to go pick sides with certain shit. Shut the fuck up sometime, my nigga, please, bro. That shit, because I like the show. You lost Molly last week. Y'all ain't got Shannon Sharp. Now, if Shannon and Max and Molly get together, they going to crush your shit over there, bro. I'm telling you. And they should go do their own shit.
Sometimes you just gotta
shut the fuck up. Yeah, I like Stephen A., but, you know what I mean? That shit pissed me off. But, in the whole Trump shit, you can't be fucking with niggas' freedom of speech like that. You just want to take a nigga off of air. And Trump, I was so shocked at that nigga at the same time, because you the same motherfucker with
Let's
Twitter.
say whatever the hell
Hell he want. And you was mad at X for taking you off the platform. And I was even I don't agree with most of your shit, but when they did that to you, I thought that shit was fucked up for you too. Like, he should be able to say what the fuck he want to say. So for you to come back to even allow that shit to happen on your watch, from where you come from and your mouth is, you clearly records with your shit, and not allow a comedian to do what he was doing, that shit was distasteful. Not for America, man. Like, we just going down to this spiral hole, man. That shit be just killing me sometimes when I wake up in the morning, bro. So, yeah, I believe it alone.
This is America.
Yeah, I believe it alone right there, man.
Welcome to the world in 2025.
And
Welcome to the new world.
And some other celebrity news real quick. Young Miami, writes a character letter before Puff sentencing, and say he's a good man.
Let me just say something before you go into that. Like, I saw the list of everybody that wrote a letter for Puff.
I didn't see that list.
I did. I saw it's like 2 pages long, and it's just so crazy because I'd say 80% of the people that you saw next to that man all the goddamn time, none of their names are on that list, bro. It's just weird, and it just kind of reminds me of that scene in American Gangster where he's coming out of church with his mother, and the cop is waiting for him in front of the car with the cuffs, because it's like, for all the people you partied with, for all the people you did so much for, on this day you will realize that you were always alone.
No. No, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? She always talked about Puff in good light, and I'm glad she stepped up to the plate. You know what I mean? And I didn't see that list. I read the letter, but I didn't see the list. But what I will say is, I'm glad there's people even stepping up, because it felt like the trial, like, the only people that were stepping up was his kids. So I'm glad that people are coming up and having something to say. I still think it's 100% wrong for them to even have that nigga in there for prostitution. I don't even get that. Like, that shit don't happen. I come from East New York. Next week I might go take a videotape of the chicks that be prostituting.
Your favorite place?
Yeah, they be prostituting back here, and the pimps and shit and everybody back there. And niggas ain't getting that type of time. You getting, you know what I'm saying? They go in, they back out the next night. So to see that shit from where I live at, where I grew up at, and it doesn't happen like that. I know a bunch of pimps too. Know a bunch of hoes too that's selling pussy. And shit don't happen like that in that profession like that these days. And just to see that, I think it's disgusting. Send that man home, bro. He got some soul searching to do. I hope he get the right help, some therapy. I think he should get some maybe some what's that therapy they be doing the shit with like this? Hypnotherapy.
Hypnotherapy.
You know what I mean? I think he need more than talking therapy. Yeah, I think he go seek a real pastor, go get some real prayer, go on a real fast. But I think that's things that he got to do for himself. But the shit the justice system is doing to him, I need to get rid of that shit, bro. Like, I need to chill with that bullshit, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So shout out to Young Miami for pinning that thing for Puff and
for holding the man down.
Holding the man down. I got a couple of questions real quick. Real quick questions. So your favorite topic, Mo. A couple ladies out here saying that,
My favorite topic.
Yeah, this Mo time. I know I talk a lot, but Mo gonna take the floor with this one. Trust me.
God.
Trust me, taking the floor with this one. So, ladies say men should pay them to date them. That's all I gotta say.
Why?
What do you feel?
Why?
I don't know.
Men should pay. Could you break this down to me? What do you mean men should pay them to date them?
Chick said, "Yo, a nigga should really pay her to go out with her. He should give her. She should take $1,000 just to say that he wants to date her, and that's the only time she's taking a nigga serious if he give her like.
So he should give her like a $1,000, like a deposit.
A deposit, yeah, for her time and shit.
Why?
Now she said niggas out here playing.
Now this is the thing. I provide. I protect.
Mm-hmm.
I open doors. I pull out chairs. If a car comes to hit you, I'm supposed to jump in front of it. Like, if someone tries to hurt you, I'm supposed to defend.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm giving and giving and giving and giving and giving.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm supposed to pay you for the chance to pay you.
And hopefully she recognizes you and then wants to be with you and do whatever else.
Yo, the level of delusion is crazy, bro. You know, now this is the thing.
Can I say something before you say that?
Sure.
I want to say one thing. So I saw this lady too today. I think I saw you comment under it, but so this lady.
Oh, I know what you're talking
the
about.
lady was like, "Yo, her aunt told her that if
if you're serious about me,
her, you got to be serious and pay a bill. Got to pay a car.
Pay her mortgage, pay her car note,
pay her hair,
her hair and nails, and you have to be a stepfather. Well, she said not a stepfather. You have to be a real father because she don't do stepfathers.
Yeah. So these are the things that you have to do if you want.
These are the things, that you like.
But, like coming in,
But what am I getting out of this, bro?
I want some pussy. I want some head. I want some food.
Still not worth it. What am I getting out of this? Listen,
definitely not. But I'm saying, but you can't. It's just funny. You can't say that as a man.
No.
Like if you say that, what? You ain't doing that to me.
I'm not your slave.
Yeah, I'm not your slave. I'm not sucking your dick. You know what I'm saying? So it just be bugged out, delusional shit.
But when she's saying this, yo, bro, the man is more of a slave than anybody. That's why they call it slaving and going to work.
It's slaving because guess what? You can still provide all that shit and she still ain't giving you no coochie.
No.
She still ain't cooking for you. And still go, I'm not cleaning nothing. Yeah, I don't feel like having sex tonight.
Forget that. And still go, you don't do shit for me.
You don't make me feel safe. So what you paid all the bills, I still don't feel safe.
You don't make me exactly.
You gave me the money, but I still don't feel safe.
So what you keep a roof over my head? So what you keep food in the fridge? So what you pay all the bills? So what? You make sure that I'm good. I don't feel safe. Well, guess what? Being safe has to do with you, not with me. Like, bruh.
This shit is crazy.
How about, can I feel safe?
Yo, I was watching this chick. What's that show? What's her name? She be interviewing the girls and the guys. I forgot her name. Black.
Kenya. I forgot.
Something like that, right?
Kenya.
Yo, I was watching this episode. So this chick come on there. Yo, this shit is, you can't make this type of shit up. This chick come on there, right? And she goes, yo, I don't want a man with any kids. But he can have kids, but no young kids. They asked if she had kids. She said, I got an 18-year-old, I got a 17-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 2-year-old. So Kenya goes, wait a minute. You don't want to date yourself. Like, she's like, nah, I can have a kid, but he can't have no kids. And she was like, so wait a minute. So if you was a man, you wouldn't date you then?
No. Most of them wouldn't.
So she wouldn't even answer the question. And it was like a light bulb went off in the girl's head like, damn, I just described what I don't want, and I'm the person that I don't want.
Yes.
And I'm like, yo, did you listen to what the fuck you described that you didn't want, but you have exactly the same nonsense that's going on with you? Like, are you fucking serious? I was like, yo, you can't make this shit up,
I'll give you
bro.
one better. I was watching,
what?
What's that show? I was watching, what's that show? Pop the Balloon and Find Love. Mm-hmm. So dude comes on, and you know, they ask him, okay, so what kind of woman is he looking for? What isn't he willing to deal with? So he's like, yeah, he wants a woman that's an asset, not a liability. Mm. So this woman pops her balloon. So they go over. So she's like, you know, why'd you pop your balloon? She said, you know, why are you talking about assets? Are you some type of gigolo or something? So he was like, no, let me break it down to you. He's like, you know, I have my own business. I make about $200,000 a year. Mm-hmm. So what I'm looking for is if I come with 100, I'm looking for a woman that's going to turn that 100 into 110, 115, 120. Not a woman that's going to turn that 100 into 75, right? Mm-hmm. So then she goes, oh, so what if she has no money but she loves you? What if he has no money and he loves you?
Loves you.
Yo, like, yo, bro. And when I say that, I mean, look, if she loves you, and this is what women don't get. If you have ambition, you have drive, you just have to be trying, right? Mm-hmm. As long as you're trying, then a man can accept you to a degree, but the problem is, you know, like I heard this woman say on Instagram, it's not a compliment to be a housewife. It's only a compliment to be a lady of leisure. right? And they said, what's a lady of leisure? A lady of leisure has a nanny. She doesn't work.
Excuse me.
She has a chef at home, and all she has to do is go to the spa and go shopping. Yo, where do y'all get this version of reality
sound
from,
like a
bro?
bum bitch, bum lazy bitch. You know what I'm saying? That bitch is a bum lazy
No, but who do you know that lives like this?
I don't know. Maybe Queen Elizabeth. I don't know. I don't have no.
No,
So
do me a favor, ladies. Do me a favor. If you don't know no one that lives the way you're talking, I'm not talking about somebody you see on TV. If you don't personally know someone, right? Because, and that's another thing too. A lot of these women, when you ask them what kind of man are they looking for, they give you all these requirements. But you've never dealt with a man like that in your life.
Listen, let me ask you this question. What's the last question? And we're going to get out of here. Should you then deal with people in survival mode?
No. You should not.
Because I feel like a lot of these women who want certain things are asking what the things you're asking for. Some of them are standard, but I also feel like it's a survival tactic. Like, yo, either they've been through it or they got complex PTSD from their parents or their mother. I ain't dealing with no broke nigga. I ain't dealing with this. Men of this, men of that. And you just go into survival mode. Now you just reaching and snatching for the things that you think that you should have, or the things that you think you earned, or the things you think you work for when it comes to a relationship. And you just snatching for the certain shit. And certain things that you snatching for, reaching for, it's not things you really supposed to be reaching for. It's things that you supposed to be building upon. And you and that person come cohesively together, and y'all build and get a structure and build a foundation, and y'all build wealth, y'all build happiness, y'all build love, y'all build family. And nobody's talking about building. Everybody's talking about like it's survival mode. Like I want, gimme. And there's no structure, there's no building. Nobody going, yo, I'm willing to go in and build. I'm willing to go in and, whether it's sometimes men too, whether I'm willing to go in and help, I'm willing to go in and be a helpmate to my man or to my woman. But everybody's like, I want this, I want that, I want that. Who's willing to help to build? And why are you just in survival mode? And why I'm dealing with you when you in that mode? And if you in that mode, stay the fuck away from me and go do what you got to do and figure out how you got to survive. And when you figure out the survival skills and figure out where you need to be at and figure out who you are as a woman and what you want for your life as a woman, then come back and talk to me. Then I could build with you. Meet me where I'm at so I could build with you and we could build together.
Well, let me tell you, the reason you shouldn't deal with people in survival mode is even when you give them what it is that they're looking for, they're still going to operate in survival mode. That's the thing.
That's a good answer.
They don't come out of survival mode. Because survival mode comes with abandonment issues. Survival mode comes with insecurities. So you can give them everything that they want, and now you're going to be dealing with the abandonment. Well, I gotta hold on to this and hoard this because one day he's gonna leave. One day he's gonna walk. They're always gonna be in survival mode.
So ladies, this goes for men and women. Men, some men are in survival mode too. So, I get you, man. And that was a great answer. But on that note, listen, Brooklyn.
Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Brooklyn Boyz Radio. Woodstack, Woodsteezy, Earn Clothing, Sweezy, Wizab, Shawnese, Brooklyn.
Kenny. We out.
We out.